Hey, Kuro. How's it going? Hi, everybody. Oh, song ticker, why are you closed? There we go. Fix that. There we go. Alright. And I think I fixed the the layout, so that should be good. It's Saturday. Very quiet Saturday. Oh, hey, it's an Ando. I think I need to invest in a new computer chair because my computer chair is being a pain in the ass. Literally. It's one of those ones with like the like air canister underneath it, and so it keeps sinking. It's broken. I gotta get another one, which is good. How's it going? So I was thinking we do sub sketches tonight. So if you got a cool little axolotl next to your name, I'll make a doodle for you. And we'll just do this until I run out of the ability to do that. So Kuro and Ando, you guys got little axolotls. If you are feeling it, maybe want to get a thing. I just realized I sort of like left that chat box up there. Yes, think of a thing. Guess you're here for a little bit? Yeah, you are. That chat bar, I guess the chat box is just gonna hang out up there. I've had it up for a couple of days. I keep forgetting to move it. Hey, Koala, what's up? Welcome. How are you? Happy Saturday. Of course you can give a suggestion now. What would you like, Kuro? Tonight we are doing subscriber sketches, sub-sketches. So if you have the little axolotl next to your name, I will draw you a thing. Seems like it's going to be a little bit of a quieter night, so I'll probably spend a little more time on these. But we shall see. You did make me jealous. That's been up there for a couple of days. I just forgot about it. I sure do like things TM. Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a webcam. I might I gotta look into what kind I want to get, but I'm kind of thinking about getting a webcam, especially for October, so we can do horror games and you can see my beautiful face while I'm doing horror games. But that's about as far as I got with that. More or less just talking about. But yeah, I want to be able to see my cat on stream because she's the best. Come on, nobody wants some free stuff? It's Stack Saturday. Who wants the free stuff? I'm really tired. No worries. No worries. I'm alright. I had a really good morning. I went and hung out with a bunch of my friends and we walked around and played Pokemon Go, which was really fun. I got a couple shiny Chikorritas. I hatched a Mr. Mime, so my Kanto Dex is finished and I'm really excited about it. Oh, yeah, the Gumdrop riding the Veos, yes. Let's do that. Figure out how big she would be compared to a Veos. Yeah, we went and did that, and then I came home and promptly had an anxiety attack about something not related, and I almost didn't stream tonight, but now I'm here and I feel pretty good. So, anyways, why so much lag? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. My FPS is fine. It's not dropping any frames or anything. I don't know why. I guess it's our week to have bad lag. Let's try. I try to think of how I want to draw this, right? I'm just gonna put Gumdrop on top of its head. Of course you may post a link. Oh, maybe. She is a small sheep. Ask for the Wi-Fi. That might be a good plan. She looks like an angry caterpillar right now. Yeah, Axolotl won't kill you for links just yet. Until somebody sends me something inappropriate, I won't kill links. I know I'm sort of asking for it in that case, but... that. Rexburb Jackson. Oh, he's so cool. Yeah, I'll totally draw him in a tux. Yeah. Yeah, I like him. So I do this every now and then when I remember to do it. I'd like to make it a more regular thing, but if there's anybody hanging out who's never been here for this, I like to every now and then do nights where I just draw stuff for my subscribers because you guys are cool, and I just can't believe that you support me doing this nonsense. So I like to remind you guys that I enjoy your presence and draw you things. That mouth is better. Usually I forget, because I'm the worst, but not even the almighty Veas can defeat Gumdrop. Gumdrop is the best. Picturing him with like a different expression though. It's not less of a concerned and more of a what the fuck are you doing on my head kind of look. Like concerned but with a more like what the fuck nature to it. Then like, are you okay up there? What are you doing? Kuro has the Wi-Fi. Excellent. How did everybody else's Saturday go? Any of you guys out for the Pokemon Go Community Day stuff? How'd you all do with that? Hype. Just want to give him like that little kind of face, just. Hey, Wolf, what's up? How you doing? You're very concerned with the strange voice coming from my bedroom, so I remembered I'd opened the stream before I stepped out. Aha, it was me. It was me all along. I'm everywhere. I'm a spooky ghost. Very good, just chilling. Drawn a silly thing for a friend, was thinking of streaming it, but then got distracted. I've done that. There's been a couple times I wanted to, like, stream a thing and then didn't, and was like, I wish I would've streamed that. This is a very round, soft chaos for some reason. Sharpen up his jaw a little bit. There we go. Spooky Lotto, that's me. Let me grab that reference from the last thing I did of, where are you? Yeah, that's the one. Get Gumdrop up here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did today. We went out and played Pokemon Go, and then I came home and was like, wow, I'm exhausted and never want to do anything ever again. So then I laid on my couch until it was time to stream. Look at this very good sheep. That's a very good little sheep. She is doing the most. I almost don't even want to give her a nose. I kind of want to make her cute and chibi looking. Makes me think of one of those, like, anime cats. Like, eh. That almost gives her, like, a weird human-y nose, and I don't know if I like it. I'm interested to see more of that new weird little Bolt Pokemon. He's cute, but, like, what's his deal? Does anybody know? Does anybody really know? I wonder how long it's gonna take for them to actually explain themselves. What are we doing today? We are doing Subdoodles. I am drawing Gumdrop riding on a Veos. And then I'm going to draw Ando's character. Don't assume it's Ando. I just realized that's what's written on it. So that. And then, yeah, we'll just keep taking requests. Thank you for the bits, Flugly. Aw. That's a lot of biddies. Thank you. Veos is very concerned about the small sheep it has on attack. But I imagine that that's how big she would be compared to. I am a sub. You always get a sketch because you've always been a sub and you're always here. So yes, absolutely. I'm just gonna take requests as we go. Honestly. Although, like most nights, you guys will probably have to remind me who asked for what, because I'm gonna forget, because I'm not smart. I try. All right, that's my number one quality is that I try. I'd like to do a couple of these sub-sketch nights where everybody, even non-subs, can get in, but I want those to be less common, I suppose. Alright. Apparently she likes to climb on things, huh? She's climbing on Apple's back, and now she's climbing on Aveos's back. Look at her. Look at her go. That's a good sheep. The good Newt boy TM. He is good. Although, Tumblr has been calling it Gumnut, and I'm like, oh, guys. Why? Tumblr, don't. So, I heard about, and by heard about, I mean I heard through work about this product that somebody was trying to make called Blow Me Pet. And we had a good chuckle about it because it was like, you could have come up with literally anything else. And it had nothing to do with like the function of the product. It was like, I can't talk about it that much. Like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about it, but just the name. The name got changed then because everybody realized what had happened, but it was just funny at first. It was like, oh. You guys maybe want to rethink that name. Is that... Can that maybe not... Can we just not put the name Blow in the title of a name? Like, same thing with this new, like, bolt creature in Pokemon. Like, maybe don't put the word nut in anything. Just don't do it. Don't ever use the word nut ever again. That's not allowed to be used. Blow Me Pet? It got changed, so I feel like I'm allowed to say the original version, but just so that you understand the joke. I don't want to, like, get in trouble for talking too much about it, but yeah, just Blow Me Pet, I feel like you guys would just enjoy that. It got changed, but yeah. It wasn't our product, I just don't want to get in trouble, but... Nut. Yep. We heard the name and we were like, are they gonna rethink that? Because... maybe. And then they did. But just immediately I was like, These nuts, yep. But yeah, so like I went on Tumblr to see if anybody had gathered any additional information about this new adorable, like, you know... I mean, I guess technically it is a lug nut, but, like, it's a lug nut Pokemon, not a nut Pokemon. So everybody's calling it nut. They're calling it Gumnut, and I'm like, can you not call it Gumnut? Can we call it literally anything other than the Gumnut Pokemon, please? Can we just not? Were they high when they made it? Yeah. That's what happens when you get a bunch of rich white dudes who don't know what they're doing naming products. You know, instead of letting the hip modern designers who actually know how to use social media correctly do it. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I haven't been around Tumblr enough to understand why that was a problem. So since I'm doing this real quick, I might as well share this little tidbit. Fun fact, I was actually not originally planning to make the Veos, I was not originally planning to give them, black eyes. Originally, they were going to just have normal eyes, and I colored I colored that part of the eyes in on the sketch, and I loved it and left it. Like, one of the first sketches I did of these guys that I actually really liked, I had accidentally colored in the white part of the eye with, like, the shading, and I was like, this actually looks kind of cool. Maybe that should be what I did. It's not a lug nut, it's just a normal nut. Is it a lug nut? I don't know things. Oh yeah, I guess it is a normal nut. I forgot lug nuts have the, have a different part on them. Newt boy, like the Koroks. Yeah. Listen, all right? I'm not an engineer. I don't know things. All right? I know you may have heard around the block that I drink and I know things, but I don't. Sometimes I'm wrong. It's kind of wild. I know. Crazy thought. Black squares are never not cool. Let me grab Chibi here for boop, boop. Is that what a Chibi sheep is called? A Chibi? Nezzy, what's up? That's a quality sheep emote you got there. It's a shame they felt Bismuth having Black Scarab made the character arc too obvious. Wait, really? Oh, thank you for the bits, Flugly. Have the day off to babysit the animals of my house. Well, there you go. Alright, there you go. One. Ah. You're gonna wreck the jar again? Do it. Break the jar. Show that jar who's boss. Remind it who's in charge. Alright, let's draw Ando's Boib. Let me pull up a tux so that I know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, I gotta ask you guys. I don't know how many of you are gonna stick around for movie night tonight, but I'm a little burnt out on Pokemon movies. So, what do you guys want to watch? I mean, obviously, if no one's gonna be around for movies, then you're not around for movies, but... You know. I don't know what you guys want to watch. Something Ghibli? I would be down for that. Get in Ghibli with it. My Neighbor Totoro. I've actually never seen My Neighbor Totoro, so I would be down to watch that. That's one of the only Ghibli movies that's like one of the mainstream ones that I've never actually seen. Moana had been thrown around a couple weeks ago, but I don't know if you guys are still into that. That was just something I remembered that I knew was on Netflix. The only reason I bring it up again is because I know that it's on Netflix. Are any of the Ghibli movies on Netflix? Or I know they're kind of stingy about like who gets to use their footage and stuff. You guys want to hear a funny? I know I told it on stream before in the past, but you guys want to hear a fun little My Neighbor Totoro Christmas story that I have? Although by saying that, I've sort of ruined the main plot of the story, but... I just realized that your bird thing doesn't have arms. Or upper arms, rather. He's cool. I just realized that, though. Spoiler, there's My Neighbor Totoro. In My Neighbor Totoro, there's a neighbor named Totoro. Oh, dang it, you ruined it. No, so, okay, so when I was a kid growing up, we had this big box of stuffed animals in the basement. I think I've told this, well, I know I've told this story before, but we had this big box of toys in the basement that we pulled out during Christmas time. And inside this big cardboard box, we had all kinds of stuff like, you know, like stuffed Santa, we had a polar bear, you know, there was a little seal that had like, you know, a little satchel with him, you know, or a bow on his head or something. Like, we had the reindeer, we had, I think it was, I don't know if it was the licensed Rudolph, but it was like a Rudolph, like it was a, you know, brown, you know, teddy bear shaped, like reindeer that had a red glass nose or plastic nose on it, you know, that kind of thing. So he was, you know, we had this box, and in this box we had for the longest time, we had this little blue steel-looking creature, and you know, he was blue and he had a little white belly and he was carrying a little white sack behind him, and we had him. And my dad nicknamed him the Shmoo, and the Shmoo lived with us, and we put him out every Christmas. We had this little wooden sleigh that we put him in, and every Christmas he sat on the step with the rest of the stuffed animals in his little sleigh with his little sack of whatever, and he was the Christmas Shmoo. And one day, like a year or so ago, at Christmas time, my sister was sitting with me on the couch, and she kind of pauses what she was saying and goes, "Hey, is this the Shmoo?" And she turns her phone to me, and she's got a My Neighbor Totoro background with the 3 Totoro running across the bottom. It's like the big gray one, the little blue one, and then whatever I think it's a white one is the other one. We'll find out if we watch it tonight, because I don't know. But it has the 3 Totoro on it. And I'm looking at the middle one going, yeah, that's the Shmoo. Apparently, when we were babies, my grandma went to CVS one night to pick something up, like Christmas, like the week before Christmas or something, and saw My Neighbor Totoro characters at the checkout and thought that it was like a Christmas seal holding a Santa bag. And so she bought it, and it's been in our house for Christmas every year, but it turned out it was a small Totoro. So that's the story of how Totoro became a Christmas icon in our house. Because we didn't know what it was, and so my dad named it Shmoo. And now I know what it is. I don't know the differences between the Totoros, so I don't know any more than that, but I know it was the little blue one. I think somebody tried to explain it to me the last time I told this story, but it was one of these guys. In fact, this is the plush. This is the plush we have, except the label on the bag wore off. You called it the Shmoo? Isn't there a Shmoo? Isn't the Shmoo an completely unrelated character? It might be. My dad likes to come up with weird words. Like, my dad just says things, and that was just a word he came up with, but maybe he knew of it. Oh yeah, that is a completely unrelated character. Maybe he, like, thought the word... My dad's one of those guys who really likes funny words and fun to say words, and so that was what he came up with, was the Shmoo. I suppose it is unrelated. Yeah, I should roll his sleeves up. Hang on. Actually, it'd be really funny if, like... Here, I'll tuck his little hands up like this, like he's, like, holding his, like, jacket collar. Hang on. I think I have an idea, and it's gonna be really good, so just trust me. His little bow tie. I don't know anything about either character, so I don't know. But yeah, that's the story of the Shmoo in my house. How many fingers does he have? 3? Okay, that's very convenient because I don't know how to place the rest of his hands because I'm dumb. But I love myself. Even though I am dumb, I'm still... Old Rusty Tetsun, hello, how are you? You should make an art tutorial? Oh boy. I don't know that I'd be very good at that. Sometimes I give these really awkward, like, short little, I guess I should just roll the sleeves up. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna have his sleeves, like, dangling down, like this. But then that means I have to draw more of the body that I'm prepared to draw for this, and... but yeah, sometimes I give, like, these awkward little, like, short tutorials on the stream, like, somebody's like, oh my god, how do you draw hands? And I'm like, let me show you a thing. And then, like, it makes no sense because I talk really fast, because I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Let's just go for it. Sundays, they make me feel dead. Saturdays also make me feel dead. Wait, is it Sunday where you are? Because it's still Saturday where I am, so... I always feel dead inside. I think I can make it work. Hang on. pick like a good like suit pose. Problem with suits is you have to draw like more of them. It's Sunday where you are. Gotcha. Sundays make me feel dead either way. I was just curious. You don't know how to draw bodies? I mean, nobody likes this advice because it's boring advice, but draw people. Like, draw from photos. And... gotcha. Dead inside is the mood. Yes. I mean, that's sort of how I learned to draw. I took an anatomy class in college, and we just drew from the model. It's a little easier when you have an instructor, because, you know, you have somebody there who can like walk over to the model and be like, okay, so this is this part, and this is this part. But drawing from models is the best way to learn to draw the thing. TM. Wait a minute. There you go. You figured it out. Does it matter what side the button goes on? It does. Button goes on this side. Thank you for more bits. Floogly is always good at getting bits. Floogly just goes and finds me a bunch of pennies that they found on the ground and throw them at me. That's how I always picture it, because a bit is worth like a penny. So every time you throw like you know, a couple bits at me like in a pile like that, that's how I always picture. Like I always picture you throwing the bit like pennies at me. I throw pennies with the best of them. Yeah. Woke up at 8 because of cat. That's fair. I do this awkward little, like, one hand up thing. I feel like he needs a hand up to, like... I feel like I need to put a hand up to accentuate the fact that these sleeves are not just him with his arms down, that it's his sleeves dangling. I just don't know where to put his hands, that they don't cover it. Hey, at least you get the best Aussie breakfast on Sunday. There you go. I don't know where to put his hands. That's the problem. I'm like, how? How do hands? Olive's eaten now, and he's asleep, and is asleep. He had 2 big cubes. Well, there you go. Sometimes they're just not in the mood to eat, honestly. Like, sometimes they're just like that. Alright, I'm gonna draw his arm in temporarily and then just erase it, because I think that's how this kind of arm works. Today I feel like putting way more effort into these than I usually do. Because I'm in a good mood and I kind of just want to do it. He's got 5 of these. He's got 5 of these, alright. Alright, he's got his little arm stump. So what's the story with this character, Ando, huh? Eggs and bacon on toast. Mmm, delicious. Yeah, maybe I'll put this one in the jacket pocket then. Yeah, that might be good, because then you still get his elbow. Thank you for the follow! Do you have a preference on what I call you? Old Rusty Datsun is a... Datsun? 5'10"? But welcome to the stack! Story of characters that he's dead. He might be. I don't know. I've never drawn this character before, so he could be. That could be... That could be the story. He's one of my friend's close species, the Rexburbs. Ah. He was gifted to you. Gotcha, gotcha. I, like, almost had that the way I wanted. I don't know how to hands today. Alright, I'm just gonna not draw the arm. I've decided. He's just gonna have droopy sleeves. Because I don't know how to draw hands today, apparently, so... Maybe I could put, like, one... Maybe just have him waving. Waving hands are easy, because then you just have to draw them. Hands aren't real. You're right. Explain that to my hands that are currently drawing this drawing. I'm sure that they would be very interested to know that they're not real. Steve didn't want to eat today because he was, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Steve's not gonna... I didn't want to eat today because I changed his water and he didn't appreciate me moving him. He doesn't like when I clean my room, when I clean his room. You have flour in places that flour should not be. Oh no, what were you doing, Fev? Yeah, there we go. This works. And then I can just draw easy toe beans instead, or finger beans. I'm just gonna clean up this sketch and color this one, I think. Save myself a little time. I could have something fun to do watching more JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but I finished it and I have to wait for the premiere of Part 5 on October 5th. Oh man, you got a couple weeks left for that then. I saw there was a new speaking of shows I'm trying to keep up with, I'm trying to get caught up with, I just haven't had time this week to do it, but I saw, Iron Fist Season 2 came out, and I've heard that it's not as bad as the first one, so I'm kind of interested to watch more of it. It's alright so far. I feel like it's better in theory than it is in practice, but we'll see. And then I also saw that there was a trailer for Daredevil Season 3, so I'm kind of excited about that, too, because that's going to be infinitely better than Iron Fist. Steve is real. Steve is real. Hands are not. Steve is real. Yeah, if you ask Axolotl for the link to Steve, Steve is actually a real Axolotl. Axolotl can give you that link. Finish initial D. I almost want to watch it just because of the meme. Deja vu living in the 90s, yep. So good, though. That's a quality meme. I like that one. The song's really good, too. There he is. He is my precious idiot son. And I love him. He is. I'm not sure why you spelled it like that, but he is. You are correct. I'm pretty sure it's spelled axolotl, but you know. It's actually technically the native pronunciation of axolotl is axolotl, but I think that's how it is. I think it's axolotl, but I'm a dumb American, so I'm going to pronounce it axolotl because axolotl's more fun to say. Cabbage, I'm pretty sure I know the name of my own channel. You hate Running in the 90s? Oh, really? They are the two memeiest of the songs, though. Deja Vu is genuinely a good song. It's just every time I hear it, I think of the meme. But the song is genuinely good, and I think that's part of why I like the meme so much. Not good Eurobeat songs. Fair. Fair. What are you baking, Fev? I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one, Cabbage, because it's definitely axolotl, because that's my channel name. And I feel like I would know that. But fish. There you go. Fish. Let's agree on fish. Fish is a good thing to agree on. Making a couple oh, I love Stromboli. So good. What are you putting in it? Mine is basic. Well, when I make it, since I can't have the tomato sauce, it's usually just like a glorified meat sandwich, but it's still delicious. Fish is a word. Fish with arms. There you go. Even better. All right. But goatee, which is also technically pronounced fish. You are correct. Tomato sauce with salami, mushroom, onion, pepperoni. That sounds delicious. Even though I'd probably get violently ill off of it, it sounds delicious. Here's the character I'm drawing, by the way. The other is white sauce with turkey, garlic, and chicken. That sounds delicious. You know what? I don't know why I never thought to try a Stromboli with white sauce. That was never a thought that ever crossed my brain. I just was like, oh, can't do it. Just fill it with meat and cheese because I can't have it. Two Photoshop apps running. It's not two Photoshop apps, it's two separate images. I have my, see, I can set my, I don't even know how I did it. Oh, here we go. See, like, I can nest the images inside, but I prefer it to be, floating screen so that I can put references up in the background. This computer has a decent amount of RAM on it, too. It's not two instances of Photoshop, though. It's two Photoshop files that are open at the same time. I heard you need, like, 8 gigs to use it. Well, I have, like, 16, I think. Nope, not system preferences. I wanted about. I wanted to know how much RAM this guy's got. They moved it. Oh, there it is. 16. Yeah, they did move it. Yeah, I guess if you need 8, then I have twice the amount. I don't know. I've always had computers that have enough to run it. I've never made one with white sauce before. I don't know how it'll turn out. Well, let me know how it is, and if it's really good, give me the recipe. Hand it over. No, seriously, I would love to have the recipe if it turns out good, because I'd like to try a stromboli with, like, the proper consistency, because otherwise it's just pizza dough with lunch meat wrapped inside of it. Floating Arms is this Wii Sports. Yeah, right. I can play World of Tanks, but the current tank I'm trying to grind is unreliable. I don't know anything about World of Tanks, but that sounds like a grind. Can you do a cooking stream? Negatory. I don't know, maybe someday. I don't really do a lot of, like, fancy cooking. Like, a lot of my cooking is like, hey, I have this hunk of meat. Maybe I should, put some seasoning on it and then throw it on the grill. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna have salmon today. I'm gonna just thaw out this salmon in the sink real quick, and then, salt? Sure. Pepper? Yeah, do it. Alright, grill. Go. I barely cook. Every now and then I get fancy and I make, like, a stuffed bell pepper or something, but for the most part, it's like, the Cintiq is like a regular drawing tablet, so it's like a display screen. It's not its own computer. If I can share a picture of my setup right now. I don't have my phone on me, never mind. My setup, like, I have, like, my laptop. My laptop's hooked up with a lightning, I don't know what it's called, whatever the lightning video adapter is, and then the USB from the Cintiq. So the Cintiq has the same, like, it looks like the display looks the same right now as on my laptop. Is this character a penguin or a bird? I mean, technically penguins are birds, but I think I know what you mean, like a flighted bird. Both. Oh gosh, am I high? I knew what you meant, but it still made me laugh. It is bird. Oh, he's not that big. Nope, not that big still. Maybe smaller? There we go. Yeah, he's a type of bird. You said it was a Rex bird? Is the name of the species? Alright, the white is just on his hands. I'm learning things. Look at me, guys. Aren't you proud of me? Is it like Deoxys, but spelled different? He makes me think of an emperor penguin, with the little fuzzies on his forehead. Did you guys pick the colors and stuff together, or did she, like, create the design and then let you have it? Or did you get some input on the... I've never, like, gotten an a closed species from somebody. Ryarkra told me I could make a Drask if I wanted to, but I've never been able to think of anything that I wanted, so I was like, I'll just wait. We do have a Discord. If you ask Axolotl for the link... I should actually maybe even program... I was thinking about it the other day. I should almost program Axolotl to respond, although we talk about the Discord a lot. I don't know. I thought it might be cool if Axolotl could hear the word Discord and be like, yeah, we have a Discord. Here, have the link. Like, But yeah, if you type exclamation point Discord, Axolotl can hook you up with that if you are so interested. Yeah, there you go. Somebody jumped on it. It's hard for me to reach over and type in the chat, but yeah, that's the one. So if you're interested, I'd be interested to hear about these guys. They look really cool. All right, there you go. You're rude. It's been a hot minute since we did one of these, so forgive me for not getting it just right. There we go. All right, who else wants a thing? Did someone say sub sketches? Yes, we did, Coco. What up? I think Flugly said that she had something. She? He? I actually don't know your pronouns. I just assumed your pronouns. Sorry. Somewhere I got a she in there and I don't know why. She makes the designs herself, but she also offers make your own. Oh, okay. It was part of a Christmas auction. She designed a Rexburg for every day of December, and my friends saw this one and they all decided I should have it. Oh, that's so fun. Hey, Splat Hamster, what's up? Flugly, what you got? See you later, Cabbage. Have a good one. A beef sandwich dressed as a cowboy riding on a nuke. Alright. But, I think in order to do that, we need some cowboy screaming in the sky in the background. I think we need that as a reference. There you go. I adore this meme. My favorite thing about this meme, though, my favorite thing about this meme at the moment is the version of it with Ruby from Steven Universe. That's like my favorite thing about this meme at the moment. This meme speaks to me in my soul. The best reference is a JoJo reference? That's fair. I don't know anything about JoJo, but that's fair. I believe it. You saw a movie today a bit ago and it was really good. Oh, good. What movie did you watch? Ashi Capricious? How do you pronounce that word? Hi! How are you? I feel like that's not how you pronounce that word, but maybe it is. Zawordo. Screaming Cowboy is such a great meme. Screaming Cowboy is always mood. Should the Screaming Cowboy toast have, sunglasses or no sunglasses? I suppose he needs no sunglasses in order to get the screaming look. I feel like I screwed up your name just entirely. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Obviously he needs the sunglasses. Or put them over the eyes so that you can still see his eyebrows. Of course, I don't remember what his sunglasses look like. Capricious? No. Capricious. Capricious. Gotcha. I knew I was pronouncing it. I was pretty sure I had the I wrong. How are you? It feels like one of those words that I would definitely have gotten wrong. This monstrosity of a meme. You know, I'm doing pretty good. We are drawing some goofy memes. Some of them are channel memes, some of them are not channel memes, and we're just having a good time. But beef sandwich does have to have the big beefy arms. Gotta get the big beefy arms on the beef sandwich. picture of a nuke. Let's look up a Cardapon. Look up a nuke Cardapon. That's fine. Oh, good. Political memes. Excellent. Glad we got political memes when I searched for that. I should have realized what I was doing. I just wanted a picture of a nuke so that I knew how many little tail pieces to put on it. Because that... There you go. Alright, goodbye, political memes. Charmander! Hi, what's up? Which movie are we watching this time? We were deciding what movie to watch, actually. I'm getting a little tired of the Pokemon movies, and the last two, there weren't very many people there, and I don't know if it's because school just started and you guys have been busy, or if it's because you're losing interest in the Pokemon movies, so I decided it might be good to take a break, but if you guys want to watch another Pokemon movie, I'm down for it. We were talking about maybe watching My Neighbor Totoro, though, because I've never seen that, and that was suggested. Please try one of our Pixelmon jokes. I'm not gonna lie, Coco, it's been a very long day, and I can't think of any of them. Coco, help. He looks really awkward because, like, his hand is huge. I should just a Manaphy. I should draw just a pile of Manaphy's, just all crammed together in one little room, because that's what happened. Alright, on Pixelmon, I built a, on Pixelmon, I built an aquarium, because my house in Pixelmon is next to a beach, so I thought, you know, obviously I gotta have an aquarium, because when I think of the beach, I think of, obviously, going to the beach, but I also think of going to the aquarium, so, I did. And then, even funky little stick legs? Always funky little stick legs. But that meant that, like, so I have, like, we have a room with jellyfish that Coco helped me build, or I have a room with undersea critters, or whatever. But one of the rooms is a really tiny, like, 9x9 room that has, it's a little tiny 9x9 room that has, like, 8 Manaphy's in it, and I'm trying to fill it with as many Manaphy's as I can, because they keep spawning next to my house anyway. Yes, it's called the invasive species quarantine. You're so sad you left your tablet at home. Oh, no. Oh, the beef sandwich absolutely skips leg day. Alright, that sketch is really messy, so I'm gonna have to go over it in black. You found a sad thing? Oh, no. Johnny. Beef sandwich is only worried about being beefy in his arms. Just his arms. He doesn't need to be beefy anywhere else. Just in the arms. I like that against the odds you still managed to make it, by the way, Kuro. You're so good. I always think that this song is from Banjo-Kazooie, and then I remember it's ukulele because I don't have any Banjo-Kazooie music on the playlist, and it always throws me off. You got 9? I got 5, I think, shinies today. We also did one Mewtwo raid. They were, like, coming up, but not in places that were easy to get to, and by the time we would get there, people would already have done them, so we decided just to focus on doing the shinies, and, you know, my one friend was there who wasn't really playing Pokemon with us. She was just there to hang out and walk, so we decided not to spend too much time waiting around, but you got 5 shinies? Excellent. Did you guys catch any of that stupid, or not, I don't want to call it stupid, I just call it, that goofy little, nut thing? The little weird monster that we don't know anything about, because I want to know things about it. Teach me. Come on, Nintendo. Let's learn a thing. I want to know. I don't know what type it's gonna be. So many Ditternuts. You got them? It bugs me that it's called, everyone's calling it Nut Boy. It bothers me. But that's the best way to describe it, because that's what it is. Inkling squids and octopuses, and Chip ate them. Oh no! Chip, why? What were you working on, Ashy, that you're sad you left your tablet at home? I had to throw my portable tablet out the other day, because, like a couple months back, because it was broken and the stupid USB charger was messed up. And it wasn't something I could replace easily or cheaply. It wasn't, like, an easy fix, like, oh, the USB cable's busted. It was, like, something inside it was broken. I was just, I'm out. My assumption is they went to Bethesda, the Bethesda route or something. Got 9 at work after community day. Nice. You're planning on doing art stream tonight, but you can't do that now. I mean, fair. Maybe you could do like a challenge night. Maybe you could have like draws with a mouse. Make it a challenge art night. Can I draw my favorite Pokemon with only a mouse? Or whatever. If we watch a movie, you installed Rabbit on your phone. Beautiful. Drawing with a mouse is sin. I mean, you're not wrong. I wouldn't do that. I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Should he have hairy arms? I feel like he should have hairy arms. Rusty has found the bigger sin. No, drawing with a mouse is literally the worst. Here's the challenge. Draw with your subdominant hand. Oh my god. That would be the worst. I've always wanted to do like one of those like draw your favorite Pokemon from memory and don't use references, but I kind of know them well enough that they come out mostly looking correct and that it's not fun. It's not like I drew Psyduck as like an actual duck. With a mouse using your subdominant. There we go. Now we're talking. Increase the meme. Even more meme. Alright, let's finish up this beef sandwich, friend. Backstory behind the beef sandwich for anybody who's new here and wasn't around in the early days of my channel, which was last year. The first time I did a sub sketch night, was it sub? No, I think you just randomly asked me to draw it. Flugly was like, draw me a sandwich with beefy arms, and so then I did, and here's beef sandwich. Draw it with your butt. There you go. I saw a thing on Facebook shortly before I started the stream that like basically scarred me for life. It was like a picture of somebody's like at somebody's desk. It was like a photo of at their desk, but their computer chair was busted in half, so it was like the legs with the wheels on them, and then the post that goes up the middle that you attach to the seat, and then the seat was sitting on the floor separate, and the seat has a small puncture hole in the cushion that goes all the way up through the middle, and there's a distinct color of red liquid running from where the bottom of the chair is and out of the picture, out of the room, out of the frame. And it is probably the most uncomfortable non-graphic picture I've ever looked at. Because you can't really tell what's happening at first. You're like, oh, what's up with that stain on the... Oh. Oh. I'm not even gonna look it up. I just thought you would like to hear that. Now I've scarred your brains. I saw it on Facebook. I don't even know where it came from. Oh, Lord. Pogo's going for the alternate. He's all talking about sinful art. True. The most sinful art would be trying to draw it with your butt. Gotta find, why are you down there? Come back. Emotes. Oh, emotes. More emotes. Where did... Sandwich. Alright, well that's the original beef sandwich, so there you go. Yeehaw. Good thing you're eating dinner currently. You're welcome. I'm glad that I've improved your day. Oh, he does need his abs. You're right. Although his mouth is kind of taking up most of his face, but he does need his abs. Gotta make some room for the abs. I returned to Dr. Strange Love Sandwich. This is beef sandwich. There you go, beef. We actually had this was our emote. By Ivy made it for us, but it needs an update because for some reason when I put it in Discord, the resolution like got murdered, and I don't know why. So I need to update this because it's not even my art, but it used to be the tier 2 sub emote, but then I felt like we needed axolotl themed emotes, so I put the Dat Boy emote, and now he's just on the Discord doing the most. So beef sandwich riding on a nuke, I guess. He's here. Also, Ando, I love your emotes. They're so good. Kuro. Are you implying that you think I should be better at doing social media? Is that what I'm hearing? That you perhaps want me to not be bad at social media? Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's one of my prime qualities, is that I'm not good at social media. For like a day, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be more consistent at posting at social media. I'm gonna post to social media every Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it's gonna be great. And then I stopped. And then I didn't. No, I'll post all those after the stream. Like while we're watching the movie, I can hop on and I'll hop into my files and upload all the Stack Saturdays, because I definitely forgot. I don't know why I always forget. I'm just really bad at social media. Just give the subs their brain children? Yeah. You're right. Alright, so what you don't want, what I'm hearing is that you don't want to have to go back through the stream so that you can awkwardly screenshot the artwork that I made for you. You don't enjoy having to go through the video and pause so that you can take a screenshot of the artwork I made? That's noted. I've noted it. I've made that note. Mental note. I know I colored straight over that boot. There you go, Kuro. Yeehaw. Not Kuro. Flugly. The other one. I think I named you because you were the one that said yeehaw. Flugly, there you are. That's not the bullet. That goes on the desktop. That's not desktop. Stack. Yes, sure. Go. Done. Saved. Alright. Kuro's making crazy requests, like wanting the artwork that they purchased, earned. Is it Coco time? I think it might be Coco time. Perhaps you will drop Hotshot winning the P1 Pokemon boxing tournament. Is that... Alright. More things. Today is going to be a night of me talking about all the things that I don't know about. I don't know anything about boxing. Like the little belt thing. I don't know how to interpret all those words. P1? I don't know what that means. But I think it is Coco time. It's just what it was called in the anime. I didn't want to look weird for just typing Pokemon P1 boxing tournament. Oh, I totally remember this episode now. I definitely forgot this episode happened. Listen, it's been a hot minute since I watched the anime too, okay? Not Waluigi time? It's always Waluigi time, let's be fair. It's also always Coco time. If you came to this stream expecting me to be smart, wah, then you came to the right place because I'm always smart and good. Pretty sure that's the shape that his arms are. Give him his little belt. Alright, let's go find a picture of Potshot, because I don't have a picture of Potshot, so... You're my good smart girl for sure. That's me. Doing the most. Oh, he doesn't have little gloves. I forgot about that. Rule number 1. Coco time is all the time. Rule number 2. Do not look at the stakes because BBC will get you. Oh, it hurts because it's true. I still can't believe that happened. That they took down an entire video off my YouTube channel because I looked at snakes at 200 by 200 resolution for like 4 seconds on my stream. Also, now that I have my art shamelessly up on the screen, if there's any artists in the chat that want to share their art, I always like to see your artwork. I forgot to say that when a couple of you guys came in, but, you know. Ashi or, is that how you pronounce that? Ashi? Or Datsune. If you guys are artists, you're more than welcome to share your stuff if you feel comfortable doing so. But now that I have this Pokemon thing up in the background, I was like, maybe I should let people know that they're allowed to do that if they want. You got a shiny Geodude? Lucky you. Fun fact, I think potentially Geodude was my first shiny, but I didn't actually catch it because I didn't know what it was. Because I was dumb, but I vaguely remember seeing a weird colored Geodude in Silver. No, not Silver. Must have been Soul Silver the first time I played it, like, on the actual console when I was a kid. But I really don't remember. Should I draw a Primeape? I'm gonna draw a Primeape. I don't know how big Potshot is, but there you go. We'll make the knocked out Primeape a little bigger. This Primeape's actually really big. Sounds like you got a pretty good haul today, Charmander. Sharing art. Charmander, you are so mean to yourself. You gotta give yourself a little more credit, friend. Alright, let's get this cute little guy up here. Potshot is still one of my favorite things I've ever drawn ever, and I really want to post it to my social media, and I just haven't gotten a chance to it. World famous, or embrace it. Embrace it and become world famous for drawing trash cans. I don't know if the mouth should open. Look at this little champion. He's doing his best. Or her best. They are good. Good and pure. Good and pure TM. Cass better copyright that before I accidentally steal it from her, because I've already sort of accidentally stolen it from her. Oh, his arm's sort of below the little leaf thing. Oh well. Hey, Gauntz, what's up? Oh, jeez. How's it going? Doesn't he give the Primeape away after this? Like, it wins the tournament, and then he gives it away? Or something stupid like that? I definitely forgot that this was something in the anime. He gives it to the guy who lost. Wow, we totally won. Here, have my Pokemon. Do they make different belts for each size Pokemon? 'Cause that belt seems like it fits around Primeape really easily. Just restarted my commissions for the third time. So, oh, restarted your commission for the third time, yikes. I've been there. Lauren is like the master of giving me commissions that I have to restart. Because he gives me something really simple, and then I, like, take it way too seriously. And then blow it out of proportion entirely. Like, Lauren's like, oh, draw these two characters. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I end up spending, like, 600 years on them, because how do you draw humans? I make them not look like poop. Ash is a dumbass. That's me with everything in my life. Yup. Even posted your oh, totally post your owl sculpture, dude. Yeah, if any of you guys post your artwork in the thing, I'll take a look at it. Sometimes I don't comment on everything because I don't have time or didn't get to it, or like I saw it and then like forgot to reply, but I do look at everything you guys post. Excuse me, Switch? Yeah, why did you? I was wondering what you clipped and why. Excuse me. I don't know why that made me laugh. There you go. Pot shot. He win. See you later, Flugly. Have a good night. I like how the creature that I drew here is like vaguely the correct shape, but not really. Like this sort of resembles Primate, but not a whole bunch. I wonder if that's where all the mysterious clips came from. Because there are so many clips on my channel that I have no idea why you guys clipped them. I appreciate you, but I can't figure out on just any plane of existence why you would have clipped the particular things that are clipped. Like, it's usually like me rambling at the end of a stream, and I'm like, you know, it's like, why? I love you, but why? That actually reminds me, I gotta finish up the compilation. So I'm making a compilation of some of the good moments from the last couple months, and I'm almost done with it. I was trying to decide if I wanted to try to put moving text over top of it. I think I kind of do. So I've got all of the clips in order. I just have to go through and put the text over them, which will take me a minute, but I think it's worth it. I think it'll enhance the experience of my funniest moments, according to the clips that have been made on my channel. Throw me that link. The link, get me in the Discord DM because the app hates you. You got it. You're still laughing over the Wobbuffet? That immediately went into the compilation. Just right away. I'm actually really excited for you guys to see what I did with it too, because I'm really proud of myself on this little compilation, so... I might work on that a little bit tonight while we're watching the movie. Maybe I'll run through quick and, you know, start filling the text in. As that Wobbuffet was still the best thing. That could not have gone any better, honestly. Like, that could have not been the more fitting ending to the Pokemon things. We were talking about a little while ago. We were thinking about doing My Neighbor Totoro. No one replied in the Substack about it, but that's what we were thinking about. This is taking a lot longer than I intended. You're the one who started by mentioning the Vespiquen never used Destiny Bond? I did no such thing. Maybe I did. You mentioned Wobbuffet kills Lox. And then I started telling the story about the Wobbuffet that killed one of our Lox. And then Wobbuffet appeared. Is that why you brought up the Wobbuffet in the first place? Because I mentioned that the Vespiquen wasn't smart enough to use Destiny Bond? We ran into a couple Pokemon throughout that stream that were supposed to have Destiny Bond at the level they were at, but never actually used it, especially in instances where I really expected them to. Like, there were a couple times that I was like, I would have definitely used Destiny Bond there if I were the opposing trainer, but... I guess the AI's not that smart. So that's why you brought it up. So I guess it is technically my fault. Alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. It was good for the meme. I accept my fate. Thorns on Potshot make it look like he's flipping us off. Good. He does have weird little finger spikes, doesn't he? It felt weird to give him 2, because he doesn't really need to. I guess, like... I should have given the middle one 2 spikes on his fist, and then 3 on the last one. There's a couple of these songs that people keep saying they're getting, like, war flashbacks. Alright, Coco, there you are. Potshot is the best punching Pokemon. Time is at 10 o'clock. Any other subs have any things you would like to get? I think I'll do one more. I'm getting a little tired, and I think might be time for... I know we started a little late, but I think it might be time. So if anybody else would like a thing, I could do one more. You can tell I shrank that one down because the line weight on that one's a lot thinner than the other ones. And you can tell that I did the beef sandwich at, like, the biggest size possible. While I wait to hear back from you guys, I'm going to pull the rabbit link up and start getting set up because I think I'm about done drawing for the night. I know we've only been on for about an hour and a half, but I am a little tired. I had a long day walking around playing Pokemon, doing the most. Ask Axolotl what it wants. Axolotl, are you even here? Yeah, you're here. Why did you respond to that? Axolotl, what the fuck? Ask you to draw one of the bots in the chat? That's like all of them. Apricot, Droop Fruit still here. Skinny Seahorse is here. Slowcool still here. V&K is here. I'm pretty sure Virgo Pro Z is a bot as well, but oh well. Is Taxabot always choosing bots as a form of bias? Perhaps. Is My Neighbor Totoro on Netflix? Out of curiosity. Is there any potential that that's a thing? not on Netflix. Apparently Atlantis is on Netflix, though, which I did not know. Mary and the Witch's Flowers on here, too. I don't think I got to see that one. That's fairly new, I think. Netflix Black. I haven't seen a Ghibli movie in a long time. Ghibli? Fucking knows. I haven't seen one of these movies in forever. If anybody else doesn't have any suggestions for Stack Saturday, I think I'm gonna call it a night. If anybody who has an axolotl next to their name though does want a drawing, you know, I'll do a couple more, but you know, I'll do like one more. If nobody wants anything, then we'll go ahead and watch a cute movie. You posted your owl in the Discord? Well, let's pull him up. Let's take a look-see. I'll grab the link for you guys. Can I? Of course I can draw you a thing, Fev. You've got a little. You're a sub. You can absolutely have a thing. Art show. Let's take a look. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I thought you meant like a paper sculpt. Oh, he's not like he's an actual owl. Yeah, what are the toes made out of? Oh, they're covered in wax to protect them. Gotcha. Oh, he's so cute. A thing from the Fantastic Four. Yes, that's it. That's what Feb wants. That's what Feb's always wanted. He looks super cute. Did anybody get the new people? Yep, everybody got the new people. Alright. Cool. Your dumb boy Louis in one of those super regal flowing capes with a crown? Sure. Can you send me a picture of him on Discord? You were just a normal clay sculptor? Gotcha. I'll get started drawing the base, but I need him for his colors, so if you could grab me a picture of him. I kinda want to draw him like the, Ando's one emote. Not that they're Ando's emotes. I don't know if they're your emotes, but... Gonna be about getting the eyes in just the right spot, though. And the neck. I think it's the neck. The neck lump. Big old crown. You sent me a picture and a video. Excellent. Oh, look how precious he is. I almost feel like a dirt picture doesn't even fit. He's so cute. Oh. Look at his eyes. They're so dark. I'm gonna draw them all derp anyway. I almost feel like I shouldn't draw him all derpy now. Like, he's so precious in his little fake crown. He has two modes. Beautiful, adorable, blue-eyed anime boy and demon. I feel like derp mode is like... I feel like derp mode is like the mix. Alright, I'm gonna draw him normal. He's too cute for me to draw him like that. Flame Point Ragdoll. I love his big fuzzy paws. You get those big ol' peats. Yeah, he does. You got those big ol' ears, too. Shay has little dainty claws with which to stab you. Speaking of that, when I'm done here, I need to go trim her claws, cause like I'm gonna like spend like the first couple minutes of the movie trying to trim my cat's claws because she's got little sharp feeties right now. Oh, he has no front knives? Oh, that's sad. But I guess at least you never have to deal with claws, and it wasn't really your choice, you know? You just get to not have to deal with claws, and you don't even have to have the guilt of being the one who did it. I want to give him, like, sparkly anime eyes. His little crown. I'm gonna look up a cape. If you ever need reference and you're not sure exactly what you're looking for, look up cape. My mom's cats were declawed, and it was nice because they didn't scratch the furniture. Like, so far, Shay has just destroyed my couch. Not even because she's, like, maliciously scratching the couch, but just because she's a cat, and sometimes she gets excited and scratches my couch. But, like when we're playing or something, like, she might start to scratch the couch, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And then she goes back to doing whatever she was doing. Like, she doesn't realize that she's not... She knows she's not supposed to scratch the couch, but when she gets excited while we're playing, sometimes she does, and it's not her fault, really. It just... You know, she might roll over on her back and start kicking at the toy, and the couch happens to be in the way. Those big peats. No, she's just excited, but... It's better than... Oop, should've closed that. I guess it's better than declawing her, but... I do remember my mom's cats being a lot easier, though. I have to... Somebody remind me to fix this song. The Professor Layton song is messed up, and I actually downloaded a 20-minute version. I never got to switch it out. So just... yesterday, she was sitting on the couch with me and she had her paws, like she was in the crook of, she was like laying in the crook of my arm, but she had herself all stretched out so that her paws were resting on the side of my neck, and I was like, are you trying to kill me? Like, please don't hurt me. I'm gonna give him big sparkly anime eyes. And by big sparkly anime eyes, I mean I'm gonna give him like slightly more sparkles than I normally would. Got really hot in my room all of a sudden, and I don't know why. Back from World of Tanks, you fucking hate the tank you're grinding. Oh no. Are you grinding it just to grind it, or is there like a reason that you're doing that particular tank instead of one that's more fun? White sauce Stromboli was interesting. It was you definitely preferred the tomato sauce, but the white sauce was an absolute success. Well, there you go. I suppose you can't go wrong with, what was it, turkey and garlic, you know, like, that's always a good thing. Grinding it to get to the top of the tech tree. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if it was like something you had to do to get to another level, or if it was like an achievement you really wanted to get, or, you know, whatever. Because, like, a similar but not quite same experience that I was sort of equating it to in my head, because I don't know anything about World of Tanks, was like in Guild Wars. I didn't really like Guardian class that much, but I grinded a Guardian up to 80 anyway because I wanted to have like one of every class. So, you know, although it was not my favorite class to play, I still did it because I wanted to have one. So I was wondering if it was like completionist or if you had to do it, or... Sounds like it's a pain in the butt no matter why. Are there other types of Stromboli that are not roll? I am not a connoisseur. This is the Axie doesn't know things stream, apparently. The answer to defeating anything is tanks. Right. True. Best way to get a tank is just go buy one, because who's gonna make you pay for it? You have a tank. There you go, you're a regal boy. Does he have like a thin normal tail? Oh, good to precious child. He screamed. Oh, look how fuzzy. He's much rounder than I drew him. The scream. This cat is so pretty. He fixes his nose and his face. Hang on. I like the frame I got him on. It's just savory ingredients wrapped in dough. Oh, interesting. Okay, that I didn't know. I thought it was specifically the roll. I didn't know that it was... Look at how you posed it. He grinned. got a floof tail. All right. It can take a form of bun or something cannoli-like. Interesting, I did not know that. Look at you guys teaching me stuff tonight. What is this? What is this tomfoolery? Slightly threatening non-grin. He has a similar pattern to my Char on Guild Wars, where it's like that white color with a little bit of orange on the face. Are his eyes brown? They're kind of hard to tell because they're so dark. Crazy. They're blue. Okay. This picture, he's very his pupils are so big that they look like they're almost brown. Yeah, that's what I figured. I keep having to up the brightness on stuff. Why are pets so good? You were a ranger elemental specializing in beast mastery. Played a Guild Wars in the. I played a necromancer in the first Guild Wars, and I played a necromancer in the second Guild Wars. I'm predictable. Necro's best class. It is. Minions are always good. It's always a good time for minions, except when it's not a good time for minions. But typically it's a good time for minions. Was Necromancer a class? It's been like a decade. Yeah. There were necromancers, and they're still in the game. Monks are not in the game anymore, in Guild Wars 2, rather. I think monks got combined with warrior into guardian, I believe was the lore. The Primordius fight? Oh my god. Tell the story of the 18 minions again? Oh yeah, okay, for anybody who's never been here, let me tell you a story. Let me learn you a thing, right? So, god, it's such a good story. So, my dad and my sister and I, it was kind of our thing. You know, my dad got us into some video games, multiplayer games, so we could do something. It was something we could do together when we went over to visit his house. And we were playing the original Guild Wars, and I was a necromancer, and I had 2 heroes. My sister was an elemental; she had 2 heroes, and then my dad was a ranger, I think. I don't remember what any of us were crossed with. But the point was, so I had my class built with whatever the secondary class was. I had myself built so that I could have the maximum number of minions possible, so long as I had enough bodies to make them. So I had like 18 minions at any given time. So we were playing through the game, you know, and we got to, what was it? Eye of the North was the expansion. So we played through all of Eye of the North, and we got to the last fight, which was the fight against the fire dragon Primordius, and we went down in this chamber, and we're going down, and we've got, you know, me and my 18 minions. We got my 2 heroes. We got my dad and his 2 heroes, and my sister and her 2 heroes. So we got like 20 people, you know, 25 people rolling up to this battle. And you get the big epic cutscene where the dragon comes up out of the ground, and you know, big, and everything's exploding. And the dragon uses Firestorm, or whatever the version of Firestorm was. And then the cutscene starts. And the dragon falls down and dies, and the camera pans up into the sky, and the credits start to roll. And we're like, what? My dad starts losing his shit. He's laughing so hard that I can hear him in the other room crying because he's laughing so hard. And my sister and I have no idea what's just happened. We're like so confused. But we were in that battle for like 2 seconds, and now it's over. And we're like, is the battle supposed to go like that? It turns out what happened was my dad had leveled his affiliation with the Asura all the way up. So the Asura liked him a lot, and he could buy their racial skills. And he purchased one called... It's gonna bother me because I never remember the name of it. Do any of you guys remember what it was? Because I can never remember what it's called. It was an Asura like racial trait you could have, though. As long as you had a high enough rank with them, they could give you those. Pain Inverter. That was what it was called. Pain Inverter. He had purchased Pain Inverter from the Asura by leveling up his affiliation with them all the way. And what Pain Inverter does, and still does, is it takes any damage that the person who's afflicted with it and just reverses it back on them. I know you googled it last time. I always have to remember what it was, and as soon as I see it, I'm like, of course it was Pain Inverter. So what happened was the Primordius attacked everyone with Firestorm, and he took the Firestorm damage for every single person, so me and my dad and my sister, for every single computer hero, so both of my dad's heroes, both of my heroes, and both of my sister's heroes, and every single one of my minions. Which is my favorite story. It's my favorite Guild Wars story. We have never topped that moment. We broke the end of Eye of the North with Pain Inverter. And apparently I looked it up, but it's still not patched, so I think you can still do it. I could not find any reason why you would not still be able to do that in the original Guild Wars. It was beautiful. Actually, yep, it's still in the notes. An obvious way to take advantage of Pain Inverter's mechanics is to provide the target with a lot of fodder for AoE and DOT attacks, such as bringing minions, spirits, Asura summons, summoning stones, or animal companions. So... The base damage is capped at 80, but there's no limit on total damage. So it can only do a maximum of 80 damage per character, I guess, but you can have an unlimited number of characters. The point is that it was the best thing we ever did, because the battle literally ended. It just was like, boop, done. So, there's your kitty. And I think that is enough life for today. I think it is time. I will post these in the Discord now, because I know I'm gonna forget, because I'm a dumb. That's still my favorite Guild Wars story. Every now and then I'll tell it because it'll come up, like it's relevant, and somebody will be like, oh my god, tell the story again. So I will. That's the story. That's my boy. That's him. He's so beautiful. Alright. Let me grab you guys a link. So it's possible to go over 2,000 damage with that. Yep. Yeah, you can dish out a ton of damage. Apparently it's enough to destroy a boss with it. Or at least at the time it was. Let me grab the invite people, copy. All right, we're gonna go over, and the chat earlier expressed interest in watching My Neighbor Totoro. So I've got a link pulled up, and we're gonna go over to this link, and we're gonna watch that movie. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I almost didn't stream tonight because I was stressing, and then I decided I wanted to stream anyway, and then I did, and I'm glad I did. So thanks for hanging out with me. If anybody is new here, I know there's a couple new people. if you are interested, we do have a Discord. And if you'd like to follow, maybe, you know, you can come back another day if you want. I'll just use the word a whole bunch until I remember what I wanted to say. So yeah, that's my 2 plugs for the channel for tonight. We're not gonna do a raid tonight since we're gonna go watch a movie. So if you guys want to join us at that link, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch My Neighbor Totoro was what we voted on. So take a little break from the Pokemon movies for a little while. You guys are the best. Have a wonderful rest of your night or day. I'll see you guys over at Rabbit maybe. And for those of you who are headed out for the night, take care. I love you all. You're all the best, and I will see you all later. Bye. Oh, before I say bye, Coco. I gotta talk to you after the stream, but Coco and I might be streaming tomorrow. I totally forgot about it this week, but we had talked about streaming the rest of Battle Block Theater tomorrow. So I'm gonna talk to Coco later, and I will let you guys know in the Discord if we're playing Battle Block tomorrow. Hi, Coco. I'll let you know what time if we're doing it at all, but I want to talk to Coco about it. So, that's it. Okay, that's the end. That's the actual end. I almost forgot. It's Coco time. It might be Coco time. I don't know. We haven't decided. All right. Bye.